First and foremost, I gotta say, the footage that we got to see is phenomenal, and we are unbelievably excited for July. So, from your standpoint, has and we understand motion capture can be quite an expensive process. Has there ever been a budget restriction that has prevented you from from going out on some endeavors that you would have otherwise gone on?
Not really. I mean, Fox. We're obviously mindful of not making the most expensive movies ever made. These movies are modestly made in comparison to a lot of other big blockbusters. Fox has just been an incredible partner to us to try to make ambitious film, and we really have been able to do that. So we're mindful of it, and we're very sad about not crossing a certain line. But in comparison, we're doing pretty well.
And also now talking about the motion capture technology itself, has any other company really been sistered this much in helping develop the technology? I feel like Planet of the Apes has been integral in the growth of the mocap technology in film. Has there been any innovations that you all have made in your productions?
We benefited from a lot of people doing it before us in big ways. Peter Jackson, James Cameron. So again, like, we didn't invent it, and Andy definitely knew a lot. So we took what they taught us, and we decided to see if we couldn't push it further. There was a moment when Mr. Cameron came to set and saw that we had taken it outside, and he thought that was pretty cool. So again, we had the benefit of having giant filmmakers ahead of us, to kind of show us the roadmap. And and Weta is just the team there, Joe Lettieri, Dan Lemon, they're just amazing. So we really are always about how can we improve our storytelling with this improved technology and make sure that the intersection works correctly.
Now, this is something that there's always a use for every technology. And for example, 3D. James Cameron came out with Avatar, introduced the 3D kind of in the theaters in a very big way. People loved it. And then since then, a lot of properties have attempted to use it, but not really done it fully from the base. And your franchise has done a lot to very, very much meticulously craft this beautiful motion capture film. Are you worried for the motion capture industry that some people might latch onto it and use it more of a cliche and not maybe saturate the market in a way that might damage or anything?
I don't worry about, again, I actually believe filmmakers are always trying to do their best work, and so we all strive to be as good as Jim Cameron. That's the goal. Matt wants to be the best filmmaker he can be, and we happen to think he's really good. So I think he's an amazing filmmaker. So whatever anybody else wants to do with it, that's up to them. We don't feel like this is our stuff at all.
Have you sat back at any point and say, man, like, we have a fantastic director, we have some fantastic talent, Andy and beyond. Where does it vex you? Like, when you went and you said, we're going to shoot in the snow, were there any nerves about that and taking that motion capture into a different avenue than it had gone before?
It's never about the motion capture. I never worry about that, because once I ask Dan Lemon, can it be done, and he says yes, I know it can be done. It's always about, can the actors live in these conditions? We really forced Andy into some rough spots. So, we had heard all the horror stories of the actors, Leo and everybody on Revenant. Those guys really had to go down a really dark hole, and it was amazing. Like, I love that movie so much, and Alejandro, the work. So sometimes when you put the actors into very challenging places, the translation on film is amazing. So hopefully we have that same thing.
Well, I gotta say, from the footage that we were privileged to see, it is phenomenal. Everybody out there should be tremendously excited for it. I mean, this is an epic tale for Planet of the Apes. And would you say that, in your mind, would this be a continuity to the originals for you? Is this like the prequel, the precursor to the story that we kind of grew up to?
We're big fans of the originals, but definitely not, prequels. We know that the 1968 film happens. That's a Earth where apes have taken over, and they're a vastly different set of apes than the ones we're watching. Our story started with a science experiment gone wrong. Apes gained intelligence, which their movie did not. But we're very very keen on remaining true to some of the canon, and we obviously put certain things in the movies, but we're telling our own stories.
It's fantastic. Thank you so much, Dylan. Pleasure.